got the bottle of wine. It was perfect, man.
Now,
I saw you drinking one. I had to drink
well,
one.
listen, I'm already ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that. You're the
Yeah.
head. You're the head of the game. Hey, listen, Tone. It's great to see you, man. Cheers, brother.
All right. Cheers,
Salud,
brother. Happy New Year.
and all the best things to you on this podcast, whatever it is or whatever it isn't.
Exactly. Whatever it's going to be, right? So,
You got my you got my heart rate up. I'm nervous to be on these things,
hey,
man.
dude, listen, here's how we do. So, zero agenda zone. I'm just going to give you a little snippet. I was just sitting there talking. You're going to have to excuse the noise, man. Everyone's running around in the house and guests and stuff here. But anyway, I was like, we start talking about podcasts and all these other things, and people start talking about, do memoirs and all these other different things. I was like, oh, podcasts sound kind of cool. So I went down that rabbit hole, and I was like, well, what would be my topic? Majority of the time, I just talk about absolutely nothing. Whether it's cars or you and I just sitting at the bar, back in Connecticut. That's been the gist of it. So I start going on that and thinking the name. Zero Agenda Zone, and it's gonna be something like Burger King. It's gonna go from Burger King to just BK. So ZAZ. That's gonna be a Zero Agenda Zone. So I'm gonna brand it, and then everything else they're gonna be known just ZAZ, like TMZ. ZAZ, play on words and shit. I don't
I
know,
love
dude.
it.
I'm just throwing some shit out there. Anyway, so typically, you're gonna be my really truly first guest. The first guy, my neighbor 2 doors down. I brought him in here just to show him the equipment, and he was chalking it up. And I had some audio issues, didn't really learn the equipment, so hopefully this turns out pretty well. And I'm gonna pop it off with you, John. So I was sitting there thinking, even though I don't have an agenda, I was going to get some talking points and everything else. But since we just kind of like was talking on the phone and we just went straight live, that's how we're going to do it.
I love it, man. You know me. I always got something to say, even if there's nothing to talk about.
Bet. All right. So, look, I don't know. I do a quick intro. Me and John, we worked together, or we did collaborations together. He worked for a company. I worked for a company. And he was my accounts guy, pretty much, keeping everything in line, make sure the client's happy. He was the liaison between the people actually physically doing the work and the clients. It's been about 5 years ago now, right?
It's been a few
About
years.
5 or 6 years ago. John and I have already moved on to other endeavors. Currently, he's pursuing some other stuff too. Not to get too much in his business. I won't go too much off the script. Okay, cool. Anyway, I used to live in Connecticut. I'm in Texas now. So, every time I pop in town, we try to connect. And John's pretty good. He's a little bit better than me. Staying in touch. He reached out New Year's, and I told him I was kicking off this podcast. I feel like I'm fidgety, man. I'm moving all around and stuff. Anyway, so I said, hey, man, why don't we just we go live real fast and just talk about absolutely nothing. So the floor is yours, brother. He's pretty good with this. So I think he's definitely someone to keep us entertained. All right, let's do it.
Thanks, Tone. Just talking to you the other day, it was a great pleasure. Just calling and saying, hey, Happy New Year. It had been a while, but when two people get to know each other and they get a bond, sometimes 6 months could pass, 6 years could pass, but you make that phone call, you make that text message, and you just have that connection, right? Where it's like, I sent you a text, I said, Happy New Year. 2 hours later, the phone rings, and it's you and I back
Hour
BSing
45.
like we were in Glastonbury having a couple of drinks at the bar. So
Exactly.
It's
But
interesting.
hey, mom, I don't drink. I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway.
No, I was having a couple of
That's
drinks.
what's with you.
Yeah, we were at a restaurant, and I was having a couple of drinks. We were
Yeah, he was
sitting.
drinking, not me.
Yeah, we were sitting at the bar. I should have been more specific.
This is Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it was lunchtime. I mean, cool people sit at the bar at lunchtime and at dinner, and everybody who's on a date sits at a table. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
We were not on a
Yeah.
date. We were at a business
Yeah.
lunch doing
Yeah.
business things.
There we go.
Um,
On their expense.
so yeah, listen, I think that the initiative of you taking this podcast on is awesome, and wherever it goes, right? But the fact that you're pursuing it is beautiful thing. Hopefully, you can have more average Joes on the podcast as it goes week by week or day by day, whatever you're planning on doing here. I don't know. It's the camera can like change me. You know, on the phone I'm great, but I guess I got to start to get good on the camera, Tone. So
Yeah, I mean, you know,
this could
I
be the
think
next
Nick,
step for me, man.
exactly. You know, and plus this was unscripted for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
literally
you
like
called me 3 minutes ago.
3 minutes ago, man was like, "Hey, let's just do it." I don't even know, man. Honestly, this is entertainment purposes only. You know, I'm not really trying to capture an audience. I don't even know what my audience is. I think this is something that you know you and I can sit and go back and we can, you know, look at it and laugh at ourselves, just talk about some, you know, some pretty much bullshit, and kind of go from there. You know, you be guest number one, be guest number five, guest number seven. Maybe we have a topic. Maybe we start talking about something that's pretty funny. Then we just jump online and we go from there, man.
I think that's what you got to do, right? You know, it's like we were talking about it, like you know, I mentioned Joe Rogan, right? He like it's easy for Joe because he's got celebrity status to bring on different types of people, and then based on that person, you can have a conversation with Elon Musk about outer space and Tesla and life and his philosophy on the world, or you know, Shannon Sharp or whatever. You know, he can have all Johnny Manziel on there and talk to him about his you know his career at A&M and you know just that whole deal. But when you get like an average guy like me, it's different, right? You have to ask about, hey, how's the grind going? What's it like to have two kids and try to work a job and be on the road? And you know, it's a different type of
Yeah,
conversation. So I think if you could create an agenda for the person you have coming on, then that would be a good thing. But, hey, listen, sometimes the best conversations you just keep talking and forget the cameras there, and there's that little nugget of gold that happens, you know, 15 minutes into the conversation. It's like that's why we were having that conversation.
yeah, I think so also. And then the agenda thing, I think I'm just gonna keep it with no agenda. You know, because we can just be all over the place. What I do think I would do, like I said before, if I kind of, pre set this up, I can have me some talking points to kind of keep me on track. Like, for example, when we just have some little still moment, I can be like, okay, I have talking points. Let me talk to John about, you know, whatever it is that he said, you know, he's interested in or whatever the hot topic is. And then we kind of go from there. So, you know, it's a work in progress, man. We're going to learn this and we're going to figure this out together.
You've never been short on words, Tone.
And nah, I'm so full of myself, man. I love to hear myself talk. So, you know, hey, guys, you know, hey, welcome to the club. Welcome to ZAC.
You know, I'd say you got a face for radio, but you're a podcast guy, so you know that
I'm
one's
a podcaster, man.
yeah.
Yeah, they threatened by me already. I think I already got some, you know, some cease and desist letters from Joe Rogan and all that stuff.
Where is he anyway in Texas? Do you know?
I think he's in the
Like
Austin area, my understanding. Like,
Austin?
you know,
Okay.
I do, like I told you before, I do know, you know, a gentleman that, you know, is employed by him. And I
Yeah.
think he's in the Texas area, but don't quote me on that. I mean, I imagine he have houses all over the place.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, he probably travels a lot.
You know, speaking of Joe Rogan, I mean, many years ago, like 30 years ago, or definitely 25 plus years ago, I was doing security, and you know, the guy actually was in the comedy club in LA. It was like, we just was walking, we was like bar hopping and some other stuff. And then me and another coworker, we went in the comedy store or whatever, I can't think of the name of this thing is, and Joe Rogan was doing some stand up. And the guy was hilarious. I mean, definitely he's not as big as he, you know, 30 something years ago, 27 something years ago. But man, he was actually a funny dude. You know, I love his material. You know, obviously, the bigger you get, the more controversy, you know, things go. But yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of him anyway. So, but the stand up thing was pretty funny, man, back then.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw a bit on YouTube with him, and there's a guy in the audience who likes kind of challenging him. Have you seen
Oh,
that?
a heckler?
Oh,
Nah.
it's great, man. And so he's got like this spot of mustard or something on his jeans, and the guy's like, he's like running out of things to say to Joe, and then he like points at him. He's like, "You got like a spot on your jeans," and Joe looks down. And he's like, "Man, are you looking at my dick?" He's like, uh, he just he just kills this dude, man. He had like this Affliction T-shirt on or something when those were
Yeah.
popular back. He's like, man. I wore this shirt out of the house knowing that I was being silly. Like you walked out of the house thinking you were cool. Like that wit, you know what I mean? When you could be quick
Yeah.
with people and pick up on the cues and what they're wearing while they're talking, trying to like downplay you, and he's just sitting there, like he just annihilated them. Oh, it was great,
Yeah, I
man.
don't know why people. That's like that's the art. You know what I mean? I don't understand how people go into an audience and then like, you just gotta let it play out.
Yeah,
Because if you sit there and try to challenge someone in the art they in, you're gonna lose. It's like swimming with jaws.
yeah.
You're
Good
not
luck.
gonna win that. Yeah, good luck.
Never.
You know what I mean? Like these guys, that's all they do. They're comedians or they quick with stuff.
Very, very good wit, man. Very quick witted.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, John,
So
man, I don't know, dude. We definitely got to circle back around this. I'm gonna send you a link, and we'll look at it, and then I might post it tonight, but I definitely keep you posted. I've
yeah,
been
listen,
guys, subscribe. That's the biggest thing, right? I need
you,
followers and need people to subscribe to it. Second thing is I put this on Spotify as well, but it's only audio only. Even though I know you want to hear my voice, it's not video, but Spotify. I think I'm doing the Apple Pod as well and YouTube. So YouTube is what I'm going to be really focusing on. Throwing something on YouTube, 15, 30 minutes. And I think that's about all the attention span I really have anyway. Let me see where we at here. Oh, yeah. So, we almost about 15 minutes in. It goes by pretty quick. So I have a joke. There was I think I'm going to leave with a joke all the time. I don't know. Find some dumb shit.
you gotta have your.
Yeah. Catch lines. So, I'm a watch guy, by the way. The people that know me know I'm a watch person. So what I'm going to do, I don't have any gear on right now, but I'm going to rock a new watch. I'm probably going to talk about my watch. What it is, why I like it, blah, blah, blah. That wastes about 3 minutes right there. And then I'm going to tell a really silly, dumb joke. Now I can't think of anything, but all right. So there was a bear and a rabbit walking in the woods, and the bear looked over to the rabbit and said, "Hey, do you have any problems with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit's like, "No." So the bear just grabbed the rabbit and wiped his ass with it. Oh, I got to applause. Where's my little thing to make noise? Hold on. Is that it? Nope, that ain't it.
I didn't hear nothing.
Oh man, did you hear that when you were here?
No, I can't hear it on my side.
Oh man, that was perfect.
That's all right. Listen, this is
Hey, it's a trial and error.
zero agenda, man. We're just trying to figure it out. Step one, right? Something.
I know it has some music popping in there and everything. Damn.
That's good. So you've got like on the computer, you can like throw audio into there or like little like claps or whatever, right?
Yeah, claps. I can, I throw music on there. I have to try to figure out how to.
You definitely need a little intro, like 30 seconds of
Yeah,
song.
I do have one,
too.
man. But thing is it's I don't know why it's not recording. But you can't hear it on your end, right?
Hear what?
Can you hear anything on your end?
No, just you talking.
Yeah, so I have it set up, and I guarantee my settings because I do have some pre-things where I just hit the button, and then it goes into welcome to ZAZ, zero agenda zone, no script, yada yada yada, and it kind of fades out. But somehow I haven't. It did work in the beginning, but I've been like fooling around and playing with this thing where now. I don't know. I push the button and click something, and I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Well,
But
you're how many hours into this whole agenda?
I'm off and on. 10 hours playing with it for 2 days.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just scratching the dirt, dude.
Exactly. And plus the reason why I wanted uncut, unfiltered type material because I think I get 5 or 6 sessions down. You can see the progression. You can see where, hey, I started with this. The lighting's not all that great. Now the lighting is good. I know how to, go back and forth with some things. That's it.
Then you got to build a backdrop behind you, right? Zero agenda zone. Like you got.
I don't know. I mean,
no.
I got a beautiful woman back in the back, so I don't know. Let's see if I can flip this camera. No, I can't. It's up there. But anyway,
what do you have?
Well, first of all, I have pictures of me. That's me over there.
Of course.
And then beautiful woman over there. Don't make me get up, man. Let me move. I got to move the camera now, man.
Hey,
You
listen,
know?
there's zero agenda, but now I'm asking questions. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
just
Man,
what kind
you
of
know how
host
I
do
do.
you,
Hold on a second.
what kind
Let
of
me
host do you want to
hold
be?
on 1 second. Let me go ahead. You got me moving my camera. I'm gonna move it up, man. Hold on 1 second. You know, I got to show off.
You know, it got lighter when you stood up. By the way, I probably can't hear me because of the microphone. Oh, Tone, that's got to be the backdrop all the time.
Got to go up some more, man.
Yeah, can you hear me or no?
See where we at.
Yeah, dude. So
Oh, there we go. Bam.
that's what you got to do, man.
I
Changes.
can't hear you, man.
I know you can't. I know you
All right,
can't.
what's that?
I must have said it 3 times. Can you hear me, dude? That's so much better, man. You need a little backdrop for you. I
And then a
think you
little
probably
backdrop
got to.
there.
Yeah, you got to. Now you're low though. You know what
It's
I mean?
okay. I
I
think I just
know.
raised my seat up.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
now, I might throw some stuff out there. I might throw me a little artwork, but then I got to do a little arranging. This is a multi-purpose room. It's actually my office to keep the lights on, food, clothes, and shelter. And I have a long desk, and so the desk works out. It's this little segment of the desk. I'm able to set this little podcast thing up, and then this part of the room is
Business.
really just my office.
That's the
Anyway, I said, John,
business.
now I got to rearrange the camera again.
That's all right. Good. I'm glad to help you make improvements, man. That was the point of this
Hey, yeah,
thing,
yeah, you
right?
my quality control.
That's right.
Yeah,
Keep.
the next time, man, maybe you can jump on, and have to hold your phone, man. It's like the Blair Witch Project, about to give me like epileptic shock or something,
Yeah.
man. I was shaking it. Anyway,
Yeah. Well,
dude.
but listen, man. I mean, my computer's off, dude. It's New Year's Day, man. I'm
Hey,
not working today.
hey,
Well,
man,
I did
every
a
day
little
is
bit of. You know me. I did
every,
a little bit of work, but
every day is a work day for me. You
every
see, I'm
day's a
working
work
now.
day. You know what? When my phone rings, I answer it. When I miss the call, I call people back. It don't matter what day of the year it is, what time of day it is. I got to get my sleep though. Give me my 6, 11 to 5.
Exactly.
But outside of those hours, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, get on to Houston, man. Come on out here. I mean, it's cold as hell in Connecticut. It bounced.
I might have to come west soon. And Houston's probably not on the agenda, but maybe we could figure something out.
Yeah, we meet in the middle somewhere. It's a big state.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be great to shake hands and hug you again and sit at the bar, whatever that means.
Exactly. Not at the table.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not a date. It's not a date.
All
Hey,
right,
remember
brother. Well,
this.
listen.
That's the nugget of gold. Okay, if anybody learned anything from this podcast, if you're on a
Exactly.
date, you sit at a table. Okay, if you're at the bar, you're just having fun.
Exactly. I'm gonna be like that guy. Why you gay?
Exactly.
All right,
Well,
dude.
all right, brother.
Hey, we'll
Hey,
catch up, man. Appreciate
happy
it,
New
man.
Year, Tone.
Hey, happy New Year. Later.
God bless.
Deuces.